Hi, I'm Joe, the Slot Doc with the Slot Machine Store. Today we're going to go over when you receive an iGame or a Game King in either the Panda front cabinet or the Chop Top like this one or any of these style machines. It's going to be the same procedure. So if it was shipped to you, it's going to come in on a pallet. You're going to take all your cardboard off, get everything up, put it into place. To open your door is going to be this pin here on the side. So you're going to push that back. You're going to swing your door open. Now your power cord is going to be rolled up inside here. There is I don't know if you can see that there, but do you see that hole there in the far back? How about now? Can you see it now? There it is. So you see that slight notch there? You're going to run your power cord out that hole, and that's where you're just going to plug it into a standard 110 outlet. Now, before we actually turn the game on, we're going to verify that everything didn't come loose in transit. So here is what's called an I/O board. So we're going to want to push in on that. And then we're going to want to push in on these two boards as well. This is your on-off switch. I'm going to put a little X here. But that's your on-off switch. Currently, the game is turned off. We're going to leave it that way for now. Now, the next thing, here's your main board. I'm going to mark that too real quick with all these X's. So what we do want to do with the main board is verify that nothing came loose on the board. Sometimes we'll even go as far as putting foam or paper down on this board. But this Intel chip, so as long as you're touching the metal here, you're kind of removing any static you have. Push down here, and I like to just kind of push down even on that one. Underneath here, there's that Linux. Pushing in on, just making sure that everything is nice and tight. This one we are about to ship for the customer. So we probably will foam this because I've seen where these pop out on customers and it's a pain in the butt. So we're going to verify this goes back in, board side up. You're going to slowly push it in till it stops and then really put pressure on it. So we got the game plugged in. We have the service light on the inside of the machine. So that's how we know we have power. So at this point we can safely turn the machine on. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to hit the switch on. We're going to see the lights come on. So that tells us that the game is plugged in. It also tells us that this box here, this is your power supply, that it did not come loose. That is another thing to check. So this box gets slid into the right. So you just want to make sure that that's all the way to the right. It's screwed in so it can't really come out. But this typically takes 1 to 2 minutes for the game to come on. So we're just going to go ahead and wait for this machine to boot up and do its thing. It's going to go through all of its colors. Pretty neat game too. Really cool. This game was heavily played in the casino in like the mid-2000s era, low 2000s, somewhere in there. Still a really popular game today. A lot of people seek it out, and it's just really hard to find this glass now. That's the tough part about the game now. And the only difference between this is what we consider an iGame, a real, a slot. The Game King, the real only difference is the Game King only runs one front row and it doesn't use this upper row at all. It'll have multiple games and only uses these for the deal draw buttons. That's about it. The inside, the CPU is the same. The bill acceptor is the same. Screen, the cabinet is all the same. The only difference is these pieces of glass are going to be different too. So we'll keep waiting. We're probably getting close now for it. Oh, now when it comes from us, we will tape the reset key on the inside. So that'd be for when you clear the game or clear any jackpots, you'll use that. If you didn't get it from us, shame on you. But you'll need to verify you do have a reset key. Okay, so the game is booted up. We can see the software has loaded. So to close your door, I'm gonna kind of swing the game over here so you can see this. Now, this one here, you wanna verify this pin comes back forward. So I'm gonna bring the door here. I'm gonna watch this pin. And you see that subtle little gap? I'm gonna get out of your way here so you can kind of see that. But that little gap has to go away. So I'm gonna push in. Verify, you see how that's all the way forward? That means the door is closed. Closure M, door open M. So the game is telling you right there that the door is open. When you close it, the closure part is basically just telling you that it knows that the door was recently closed. When you play it a few times, that will go away. And your light will blink due to a security breach if the door is opened. And sometimes it'll continue blinking until you play it once. And then it should stop. The reason it does that is in the casino, those are more for their security stuff. So if a door is opened, a camera is now watching the game to verify the tech is doing what he's supposed to do. When the door closes, it's going to continue watching because they want to verify that the tech doesn't on accident play on your money. You know, he did something, he's fixing it, and he doesn't come over here, okay, just want to make sure it works. So they're usually sometimes in the casino, they'll wait for you to spin it off. A tech will sit there and go, okay. And then once it plays once, he's allowed to get on going and doing his thing. Your change light, cash out button is when you push that, it's going to wipe all your credits out. For home use, we set these up for hand pay. So when it gets to this point, you'll turn your key one time on the side, it'll wipe it to 0. Now to get your money out, you're gonna push this lever back, swing your door open. From here, you're gonna grab this yellow box. You're going to pull it out. And it will stack your money right in here. This little arrow here, don't worry about the door. What you do is you're gonna put it in, and again, at my hand where this top part, you want it to slide in nice and smooth. So you get to the top, you're gonna see that yellow light, it'll vanish. Your code will go, and that means the machine knows that you've installed the cash can properly, and you're good to go. So for home use on all of our machines, the machines are designed to never shut off. In the casino, they never power them down, so it's okay to do that. You can leave them on nonstop. We do not recommend that for home use. In a casino, they don't care if they burn up extra components and take out LCDs and stuff like that prematurely. So we do recommend powering it down when not in use, but never hit the extreme. So never leave it off for months at a time. And then, okay, I got a party tomorrow, I'm gonna crank it on. They're gonna take out a small clock battery on all the games if you do that a lot. So what I recommend even for mine at home is I just shut them off when I'm not using them. Mine typically don't stay off for more than a few days at a time. Even in our shop, when we power down, we literally hard power down the whole shop, turn them all back on the next day. This game doesn't take horribly too long to boot up. Some games can take 5-8 minutes long, so I get why customers would rather leave them on. I still think you're going to save yourself money on wearable components, especially LCDs, if you power them down when not in use. And yeah, you'll go through some batteries every now and then. But a clock battery is far cheaper than going through a screen. So that's how we'd recommend doing that. To shut it off, Just power it down right from your switch, and that's all you need to do. Thanks for watching our stuff, and let me know if you want to see something else.